Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III as we are playing as Richard I of England. Now, our character is quite a bit different than the historical Richard I, which is Richard the Lionheart. It's about 100 years prior to the historical Richard I when he became the king. And just overall, we are quite a different character from him. But this is our Richard I, and we're trying our best. He is not a great character. These traits do not gel well together, as we've already seen. We are incredibly limited. Just about everything we do is going to cause stress because of these two. You do something nice, then this causes stress. You do something that isn't nice and is considered unjust, then we get stress from this one. You can't do anything that requires him to be around other people, or you get stress from being shy. So it's going to be a very stressful life for this character. Luckily, one good thing about him having gone down that the tree that he went down, which is the whole body tree, is that it does help reduce your stress gain overall. So that's one of the benefits of having gone down that tree. But overall, I think this is going to be a very stressful life for this character, especially because so few characters like us right now. All of our vassals are very unhappy with us, and we're going to start working to improve that now. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be taking the titles from these two characters. So let's go ahead and revoke a title from them. We'll revoke their capital titles. Of course, you know, they were a rebel, so this is not tyrannical. And it says has happened here, but I think that's broken. I think it's considering that we don't have the right to take it from them. At that point, we don't have the right because we just lost the right. So I think that is broken, that event tooltip right there. Now you can see here we're not getting any tyranny since we have the right to take it from. Alright, fantastic. So the reason why I wanted that one over this one is because this one has a special building, Office Dyke. It's unique to this province, and it increases the defender advantage by +2. So it's a nice little bonus here, plus he's already constructed some buildings here. So we'll likely keep that one. I think we could turn this into a decent province here. But we do need to get rid of quite a few holdings. So let's go ahead and start with that now, guys. So the first thing we're going to do is create a powerful duke up here that's going to like us. And that's going to be useful too. Because as of right now, Lord Murray here, he's our marshal, and he's very good, but he's not a powerful vassal. So he really shouldn't be here, especially when we have so many opinion issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a duke here that's going to get these two provinces, essentially the same thing we did with our son, but this time it's just going to be a regular old character here, and we'll give him, I think Nottingham will be his capital province. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just going to give them both to him. And the way we're going to base this off of is entirely off of the martial skill, and he doesn't hate us that much. I think the highest opinion we have with a character that we'd actually want to grant land to is -35. So this is about as high as it gets for us. And this guy's pretty decent. He is ambitious. That could cause some problems. Yeah, his opinion of liege would be a bit low. Okay, so maybe we don't want to give it to him because of that. Yeah, I don't think we do. Let's take a look at the other guy. I think he would be better. He is impatient, so we get a -5 with the liege. But we share the just trait, so that's a +10. So that'll help us out. Does this guy have anything we share? He has just 2. So that'd be a +10. But again, the ambitious is probably the thing that's going to make it so we should give the other guy the title. Yeah, let's go and do that. We'll give it to him. He's got the -40 opinion as well. So let's grant it to him. He's not quite as good, but that's okay. So we're going to grant him that title. We're also going to grant him this title. And then finally, we're going to be giving him the Kingdom of Mercia as well. There's also this one here and this one here, which we could grant to him. You know what? This is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and give those out first. This one here. Now, he doesn't need to get all 3. I think that'd be a bit too much to give him all those. So let's just grant this to somebody who likes us. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter if he likes us or not. Yeah, we could give it to pretty much anybody. So let's just grant it to one of these 3 characters here. Let me see which one would be the worst one as far as having them as our direct vassal. The paranoid is fine. This guy's ambitious, so I think that's the one we're going to grant. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to give this one to William. And then we'll grant these titles. to that character, Alphonse. No. We decided to give it to Gerard. Alright, so we'll give him this one. We'll give him this one. And then we're going to give him the duchy title as well. So he should like us quite a bit. So we shouldn't have any issues with this powerful duke here now. Yeah, you can see his opinion is a total of 92. So very, very good. So we've gotten that taken care of. We've almost given out all the titles that I want to, but we're going to give out one more title, guys, and we're going to give out this one. I think this is our least profitable one. Yeah, that's our least profitable one. So let's go and grant this out. And let's base this off of opinion again. And we do have this sorted, so we're only showing adults and those who are not lowborn. And so we're going to want to grant it to one of these two guys here. I suppose we'll do it to... I'm looking for the opinion of liege things. We got a content guy. Yeah, that's who we'll grant it to. He should like us quite a bit. Alright, so let's go and grant it to him. Alright, excellent. So he's at plus 37 now. Let's do the one here, guys. Let's make our brother a little bit more powerful. And try and get his opinion up of us. Because remember, he is our chancellor, so having a high opinion with him, I think, would be good. So let's go and grant him another title. I know it's not in his duchy, but that's okay. And we want to make him a little more powerful, just so that he can handle any issues that might arise here or against France. So we'll grant that off to him. We are no longer above our domain holding limit. All right, so two more things we got to do, guys, before we're going to be ready to go. So the first one is we are going to torture this man right here. I wanted to torture one of them, the youngest one, so he'd be most likely to live. Because remember, if we torture him, then it's going to irritate his heir quite a bit. And so if he dies, then the heir comes in and he's mad about us torturing his father. So we'll do him because he's younger. And he just seems overall a little bit healthier. I know he does have the lover's pox, but that doesn't really seem to hit his health. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do him. And the whole purpose of doing this torturing, and we are going to get stressed because we are just, but at the same time, you know, I feel that this is still fit in our role-playing because we're callous and we're indifferent to people. We're heartless and cold-blooded. And so making this cold-blooded decision, and this is about getting some dread. We're not really going to get a lot of dread, but I'm trying to take it up as much as we can. So yeah, we're going to torture him just for the dread, guys. That's the only reason. Just try and increase the dread just a little bit. We're at 25, the same as he is, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. And of course, he's going to hate us forever. So we'll never be able to let him out of prison. Also costs a little bit of piety, but that's okay. All right, so now we didn't get any hit again from that because you don't get tyranny from torturing, only from executing. Executing would have resulted in a lot more dread. So it would have been a little bit more helpful in that category. I don't think our dread is high enough to stop any of our current factions. We can take a little peek, though, and see if anybody's terrified of us. See if they're kind of on the way. Yeah, you can see that we actually pushed several members out. And it could have been from opinion, but I'm going to take a wild guess, because I think one of these characters was terrified. I'm going to take a wild guess that they left because of our dread. So that has reduced this faction to the point where they are not going to get to do an ultimatum. So exactly what we needed. All right, so we did that. And then the last thing we need to do here is make any adjustments to our, the missions we have going right now. I think the only one we really want to do, besides finding secrets, which we're going to do here in a minute, is we are going to go ahead and increase the control here. We're not really getting much money from that county. All right, and then we're going to also want to find secrets on one particular character that is in a faction, who's actually leading a faction. This character right here, he's the strongest in the faction, and most importantly, both of his counties here are within our own duchy, the Duchy of Essex. So I actually would really like to get control of those two counties if we can. So this is the guy that we're going to attempt to get a secret on. So let's go and start that. Find the secret here in his capital. And we'll see how well that ends up working out. Alright, so here's the event for torture. Oh, the sweet kiss of the whip. It might look innocent, but it can separate flesh from bones just as well as any knife. A truth Earl Waltheof, I might be pronouncing that wrong, is soon to experience. He'll be sleeping on his stomach for quite some time. Alright, so we lashed him. And he's going to gain 100 stress. And a 5% chance that he might become a lunatic. He's not going to like this. Alright, so he'll get the mental breakdown. And the faction has disbanded. That's the peasant rabble one. Okay. I'm guessing it has to do with those provinces that we might have gotten rid of. Perhaps that's why we got rid of that faction. It wasn't a very strong faction anyway. Okay, excellent. Let's go and take a look, see if there's anything we need to be alerted of. Looks like we can negotiate an alliance with our son. Let's go ahead and do that. We did get stressed from that, though. We do have a powerful vassal who wants a position on our court. I'm hoping that that's the duke we just created. So let's go and take a look at that real quick. That is not. That's this guy. This is one of the reasons why he doesn't like us. But I'm actually okay with him rebelling again. So another secret was exposed here. I think that's the secret. That might have been the secret that we used to get him to agree to this marriage here. Where is he? He's right here. To the marriage to his granddaughter. Spouse mediates with Italian brother. Okay, so we got a little bit of an opinion boost there with him. One thing I would like to look at as we let this play here, we'll speed this up in a minute, is I want to take a look at how our sisters are doing on giving us some nephews that can take control of the dynasty. Excuse me, to let our dynasty take control of their husband's titles. So we do have a nephew here, and so I'm hoping, yeah, he is the one to get the title. Excellent. We'll take a look at that in a minute, what this event is. This has to do with the traits for our son and heir. So we'll take a peek at that in a minute. Let's take a look at our other two sisters. Queen Constance, of course, has given her husband a son, but they have that elective monarchy, so he's not going to be elected anytime soon. And then our last sister, she does not have the matrilineal marriage, so it's irrelevant here. It looks like he didn't get his father's title anyway. Oh, his father's not dead yet. Okay, he should still get it. So we'll still get the bonus for being married to the emperor. We just won't get, our dynasty on the throne. So inspired moderation. Following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my son and heir Adam what he thought. He claimed that he had learned a lesson about not reaching for more than one can handle. So this did result in him getting the temperate trait. So there's several different things we can do here. We have the ability to let him keep the temperate trait. Or we can try and teach him to be just, or teach him to be cynical. And really, any of these would work, because with our character, we are pretending that he's not a cynical person, of course. He doesn't have that trait, but he isn't very religious, so we could go with that one. We could, of course, go with this one, and you may argue that would be the best one to go for, because he's just, so therefore he would want his son to be just as well. But two things. First of all, we can't always go with the option that our own character has, because then what you're doing is just creating, every character is going to have the same trait as you. So you never get to play as another character. Because remember, we're going to play as him next. So do we want to play the just character 2 times in a row? So that's one reason why I wouldn't argue that we should always go with one of the traits that we have, and always try and make our son as we are. Because the second thing is that as a callous person, maybe we don't care enough to teach him anything. I didn't really think about that when we had that event pop up for our daughter. But maybe we just don't even care because we're so callous. We're not going to stress ourselves out teaching our son. So we could just go with this. The temperate trait is something we haven't done yet. So I think that's what we're going to do. Overreaching can be incredibly dangerous. Again, I don't, for these roleplay series, I don't like the idea of just, trying to teach your son to be you. Sometimes that works. But if you do that all the time, then again, you're just playing as the same character over and over again. I like when we get an instance like this where we're playing a character that is very, very different from the previous character. And this is a crippling character too, man. He has so many problems. We did get a learning perk. Excellent. So now we can go and start going down the scholar route. So we can get the cultural fascination progress. That'd be super helpful. Or we can do your wards, get additional skills, and can become your friends. I think we should do that one. Either way, we're going to have to go down all of them. Yeah, we'll do this one. Since we right now have our son and daughter as a ward, so maybe it might improve him some. We'll have to see. See if it gives him some better traits. As far as events here, or notifications, I'm not seeing anything. Damn, that was a loud bang. I don't know what that was. No, my kids are in there. Maybe they're getting crazy. So we have these prisoners we can ransom, of course, which we're not going to. that would just cause many issues. We have a lot of characters that we can imprison right now, quite a few of them. Some mayors. We have a very little chance of succeeding against these guys, of course. One advantage of imprisoning somebody is that we could then torture them. The only one I see is at 50% as being decent, which was the mayor here. So we could try and imprison her. She's a criminal, fornicator. And if we imprison her, we could torture her. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's try and imprison her. Of course, torturing does cause us that stress, but we're trying to get the damn dread up a little bit higher. The dread is dropping actually quite quickly because we don't have a natural dread. So we have uncovered a secret. Okay, excellent. So he did a good job here, but it wasn't on the character that we wanted to get a secret on, unfortunately. Alright, so that doesn't really help us. It would only help us if we were to do something against him. So we'll keep our spy master there, getting secrets, see if we can't get something a little bit more useful. So she managed to avoid capture, and so she has fled our realm. So we'll just have another mayor there. Alright, it was a 50-50 chance, guys. It's such a bummer that we didn't catch her, though. And it's also a really bummer that we don't have our archbishop supporting us. That is just so much money and levies that we could be getting. But I don't know if we're ever going to be able to get him to like us. He hates us quite a bit. Once we lose a center, that'll give us a plus 10. So that'd be helpful. The short reign is also ticking down, so it's a plus 22. That still leaves us in the 30s, though. And while the impious thing is decreasing, so is the respect. So those are just going to offset each other. So yeah, I don't know that we'll ever be able to get it to 0. Maybe. Oh, I don't know what happened there. We got the well-organized court. I meant to click through the other one. Alright, so we've gotten another secret. This is, again, not who we're trying to get a secret on. We're trying to get a secret on the Earl. So we'll keep him there until we do. Unless he just keeps, notifying us that we aren't finding anything. And it seems like we have an empty counselor position. What happened? What happened to our brother? Is he captured? Let's just take a look here. Huh. Looks like he might have lost a rebellion here. Yeah. Okay. I didn't even see that happening, but yeah, he's already lost his title. Okay, William. So that means that William the IV, Duke of Normandy here, is now our vassal. He's going to end up being a powerful vassal, so we're going to want to give him a position. As far as his education, he's doing learning education. He's an honest, generous, shy guy. Okay. So he might actually like us quite a bit. He's also terrified of us. And remember, he is betrothed to the daughter of the King of France. So they'll be getting married in about 2 years here. Alright, so we know we're going to have to give him a position. For right now, we'll just have to give anybody, preferably somebody who is not... Well, we have a new powerful vassal. And he has Marshal. Alright, we'll likely replace the Lord there. And so for here, we can just really put anybody. Again, we should probably put somebody... I mean, we could, I suppose, appease this guy by giving him the position, but I kind of want him to rebel. I suppose there'd be easier ways to arrest him and take his titles, though, than having a rebellion with a bunch of people in a faction. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give him the position. He's still going to hate us, but it's not too bad. With the Marshal position, let's go ahead and assign... Oh, wow, look at the Duke here. He really likes us. Oh, yes, that's the one we created. Yeah, and I was going to assign him. So I think we will assign him. Because he's so good. And that's the whole reason why I put him there. I'm a little bit surprised he's not considered a powerful vassal, though. Hopefully he will be soon. But very good Marshal rating here. Excellent rating, 25. So he's going to help us get that control up there much quicker, which is increasing our overall money there, as well as our, our total levies here. So one thing a few people have asked me about doing is maybe saving up that 1,000 gold that we need in order to get the Tower of London. And this does help us get some dread gain. We get it a little bit faster. Of course, it also increases the garrison size, gives us a huge fort level, nice defender advantage. We get more taxes and development. It's overall fantastic building. It is so expensive. It would take us a while to save that up, though. We could do it, though. Visions of the Divine. I beckon my Archbishop Galindo to join me in the circle of brass orbs and candles arranged on staves throughout the dark room. The incense cloying the air to ward off the bad vapors makes our eyes tear up and in little time. This is how, through the corner of our eyes, we can spot the inscrutable form of angels. However, Galindo soon takes pause. This feels wrong. These are divine beings not meant for mortal eyes to see. Alright, so we can say, my intentions are pure, I assure you. And then we'll get the learning challenge. If we succeed, we get 100 learning lifestyle experience. Or we'll lose opinion if we fail. We can say, you can leave, but one way or the other I will know. In which case, he will definitely get opinion of us. Or we can say, yes, this is a fool's errand, if not a sin in itself. Well, again, we're not the most pious. We're not going to say that, even though, honestly, I really feel like that's, if we weren't role-playing, we should say that, because we've got to get this man's opinion up. And it's the most sure bet way to do this. But yeah, we have to get his opinion up, and so that would be super helpful. A big 20 boost right there. But we're not going to do that, because I don't think that's what we would say. Again, we're not being a pious man here. So I feel like we have to go for one of these two. And this one, you could argue we'd go down that one because of our, our shy and callousness, I suppose. But I think we'd be willing to lie, too. We're not an honest person, not at all. And so I want to say that we would go with this one, because this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to gain the gain learning, and this is the best way to do it. So yeah, I think we're gonna go for that one, just for the learning lifestyle, and I feel like that's what we do, and we failed. So because of that, we have lost a bit of opinion with him. Well, it's just gonna be so hard, especially with the learning focus, the scholarly learning focus, for us to be able to get his opinion up. So greetings, my liege. We didn't get anything. All right, we're gonna do it one more time, guys. I really would like to get a secret on him, so that we could arrest him and take his titles. So we're being called into war by our ally in Spain, Castile specifically, and he is attacking a foreigner. So we'd be joining a holy war here, and I suppose I'm okay with that. I would like to make sure he wins. So yeah, I think we're going to accept, and I believe we're even going to go help out in this conflict, get a little bit of prestige here. I think that'd be helpful, getting our fame up. So yeah, we're going to accept this. We're not really a pious man, but we're going to help our ally. So let's go ahead and round up our armies. And it's going to be a couple days here, and then we'll have to sail off. This is going to cost us money. That's okay, though. All right, we're going to send all the troops. Try and help this win this war as quickly as we can. Well, you could make an argument to leave some troops at home, just in case we have a rebellion, since, we still do have factions. They're too weak to do anything. This one's now incredibly weak. What? Are you serious? How is the Duke that I rose up and gave him all this opinion? Wow, yeah, he likes us so much. Well, that doesn't feel right. And he's still part of a faction. Now, they can join factions. Opinion doesn't stop them. Typically it does, but it doesn't have to necessarily stop them. The only sure way the only way to ensure, I should say, that they don't join factions is to have the alliance or have the strong hook against them. Or put them in prison, of course. Yeah, I feel like we probably won't have any factions arise, so we could go ahead and send all of our troops over there. Let's take a look and see if it's going to be necessary. Let's see how many troops he has. Overall, this is, of course, including our numbers, which makes up the majority of that. So I feel like he's probably going to need our assistance. So we're going to send the whole army over there. And it is, again, going to cost more money because we're sending them all. We could just pull back on the levies a little bit. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's go and split off a new army and just not bring all of the levies, is what I'm thinking here. Let's just pull out 1,000 of the levies here and then disband those. Alright, and then we'll send just this army to make it a little bit cheaper, because it does cost money for every 100 soldiers you send. Alright, so let's go and go on over here. We'll see how much this is going to cost. It costs 38 gold. We've saved ourselves about 10 gold, I suppose, by getting rid of those men. And it looks like he has joined into the war. All right, excellent. So we got a little bit of assistance. I didn't know he was allied to France. I guess it's a good thing. We don't really want him fighting France and pulling us into that conflict. We'd prefer to fight the Muslims. All in time, my son and heir Adam has been impressed with one of the household knights for a very long time. After finally meeting him in person, he has been repeating the warrior's words to himself. Greatness comes in time. Be there to grasp it when it does. So we could give him the patient trait, the generous trait, or the diligent trait. And I feel like we kind of have to go with this one here, since I would prefer he didn't have the patient trait, honestly. I prefer that if I had to pick one, that he was diligent. Diligent's a pretty decent one. Generous would be interesting, playing as a generous character. But we're just going to go with this one, because I feel like with the logic that we used on the last event, that we just don't care enough to say anything, that we have to pick this one. But if I had a choice, I'd go for this one. But we can't use the logic for one event and then not use it for the other one, so we don't care. I don't care what you are, son. Alright, so we should be there soon, and then we'll have to keep our troops around for at least 30 days outside of a fight, so we'll just kind of stay up here on the coastline so we don't get that penalty for being recently disembarked. The White Hart, remember, we're still trying to get this damn heart, guys. We've been trying for a while, and we did send Frederick off to find it last episode. So since I started my search, reports are coming in from all over the realm of people spotting the flighty White Hart. To shift through the accounts and sort fact from fiction is a huge task. If only the reports were more reliable. Like I say, I will employ people to look for it. Costs 110 gold. My steward will sort this out. You know what? We might not have sent our steward last time. I think last time we sent our marshal. I could be wrong on that one. Like I say, I can do it. I must. Yeah, I wouldn't say that we'd be the one to particularly do it. Or you say this task is too huge, I'll have none of it. Yeah, I think we'll do I will employ people to look for it. We've already tried this option and it hasn't worked yet. So let's try and employ more people. Alright, so they're running again. They seem to be confused. I think they're worried about that army, or maybe they're waiting to have their whole army here together. So they're going after the capital. We no longer have that penalty, so let's go and move. We are losing supplies right now as well. Yeah, it seems that... Oh, we were getting supplies there. Okay. So we could stay here and collect supplies. Let me just see if there's anywhere else we could go. Maybe we could stay here and collect the supplies for a little bit. Looks like there is a battle here, though I don't think we're involved in that one. So he is fleeing. So let's just stay here and get a little bit of supplies, and then we'll go. Adam got his learning increased. Okay, so that is from that skill, from that perk. Excellent. So we've already seen an advantage from it. You got a little bit of extra learning. Nice. And Earl Odo has failed at finding secrets, so there might not be anything left to do. So that's unfortunate. What we'll have to do is move to a different county. Somebody else who's thinking of rebelling against us. Of course, you could do the Duke of Mercia, since you would think with that higher opinion, we wouldn't have him in a faction. We could look and see who else might be causing us issues here. Of course, we have Lord Murray, who is going to be irritated at us. Let's give him this one here. Or let's send him there. That's what I meant. Because, yeah, he is irritated at us. And I didn't actually see if that's who we wanted to command. That's just the highest rated one. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the best one, though. So, yeah, I guess we'll pick him since he has the military engineer and the logistics. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave him in there. Alright, so just kind of letting our supplies increase a little bit. And I think we're going to go ahead and go after these guys here. They're currently in the mountain province, so it'd be a good place to attack. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can get there in time. We might not be able to get there in time. Yeah, it looks like they're going to seize control of it well before we get there. We'll see. If we don't, then we did force them to leave. Okay, excellent. I don't know that we're actually going to attack, though. You see that we have a lot of men here. We would be outnumbered in such a battle. We do have elite quality, though, because we took out those levies, so this army is pretty good. Secret has been exposed. Okay. And we finally succeeded at swaying him. All right, excellent. Well, let's go and keep it going. We'll just stay on that, trying to sway him. I know that we probably don't have a very good chance of succeeding here. It's 40% chance. So not very good. We'll let it go one more time. It's like 2 years. Remember, we're not going to be able to sway whoever we want anymore. This is the last guy we sway because every time we attempt to sway somebody, we do lose stress, or we do gain stress because we are shy. Can we engage this guy here? Yeah, we don't want to do it that way. All right, so they did seize this province, unfortunately. All right, so we're going to go back and seize it again. They might end up attacking us here, though, so you know what? Yeah, we shouldn't do that. Let's go this way. Yeah, they did try and attack us. Alright, so we're going to put them here in the hope that they attack us. We do not want to be attacked with the mountain penalty. So he's going to attack us here. Doesn't look like we have great odds. We are defending the hills. We have a better commander. They have more soldiers and higher quality, but they have more men-at-arms counters. The question is, can we get out of here? I wonder why us moving changes the situation here. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that would have any effect. Yeah, I don't think that should have any effect. It probably won't. It seems like it's not working properly. Maybe it's assuming that an army isn't going to come after us. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, well, let's go ahead and stay here. Let's just fight it out, guys. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Remember, they had the more men-at-arms counters, but we had the advantage, but it looks like we just lost our... Damn, we just lost our commander. The one good thing about that is that he was in charge of that faction, so that faction has disbanded. But that's big for us, guys. That's unfortunate, because that does result in us probably losing this battle, just because we don't have any general now in charge. So we're going to have a significant disadvantage. I think we would have won, though. It does seem like we would have won if the marshal hadn't have died. Alright, so that's unfortunate. So we'll have to pick somebody else. That is, of course, that Duke that we just... That's the Duke, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's the Duke of Mercia. So now we've got a little boy in charge here. So I would not be surprised if he sees another rebellion, because that's what happened to Adam almost immediately after he took charge. Mercia has been a problem for everybody who's had it, essentially. So that's a real bummer, man. We created that guy, and then now we just have to... Yeah, that's a shame. Well, we're going to appoint this guy. He wants a position. But again, a real shame, because that will result in us losing this battle now, where we would have won. Alright, so we'll... of course, he was slain. We know that. Our sister also died, increasing our stress even further. Alright, and she was the one that was married to the Emperor's heir. Luckily, she did give him one son. Oh, that's a shame. It's a bunch of nieces. Alright, so she gave him one son. The nieces will not be elected to the HRE. So, I mean, again, it's not our dynasty, but we'd still like to have our nephew on the throne if possible. So, of course, we were defeated here. Again, a large part of that had to do with the fact that the leader, the commander of that army, was killed. I'm curious who killed him. He was slain by this guy. He didn't have good prowess either, but I suppose neither did the Duke. Alright, so I might have been better off forbidding him from fighting, since we worked so hard on him. Alright, so we could do open-minded. This will result in us not getting that different culture opinion. Now, I don't know how many of our vassals we're actually getting that opinion with, because they would have to be the Anglo-Saxons. There might be a few. I don't know who's all English and who's Anglo-Saxon. I am curious to see how many we're getting that opinion with, and if this is worth it doing right now. Doesn't seem like we're getting the opinion with any of our main vassals. I thought we had a few more Anglo-Saxons, but maybe not. Maybe by this point most of them have. Oh, there's one. So there's a foreign culture opinion penalty. So there's a couple people we might be able to increase there. Cultural fascination would also be super helpful. But our problem right now is an unstable realm. So let's get that in order to try and help out with any opinion issues. So yeah, we lost a lot of soldiers there. That's really unfortunate. Of course, she is betrothed to our ally who we're assisting right now. All right, so she gained 2 trades. She got the brilliant strategist, and then she also got herself a commander trade. All right, excellent. Of course, it doesn't really matter since she'll be leaving for Castile. When is that? Let's just take a look here and see when she leaves. It's going to be a while. Yeah, it's going to be a while. 9 years before he comes of age. Okay. Well, is she... Let's just take a look at something real quick. Is she... No, she's not real learned. She just has that very high martial stat. Okay. I was going to say we could have made her our physician. We actually need a physician. So... Could search for one. I don't really want to pay for one. So let's look at our count, or excuse me, in our court. There was a guest we had that had a very high learning, but I'm guessing she left here. She was really high to cost. She had a very high cost to her. That's the reason why I didn't hire her when we first started. She was like 150 gold to hire her. All right, so we're going to retreat all the way back into France. We will need to appoint another commander. I suppose we'll do Lord Murray. We actually have a hook on him, or a secret that we know, his lover secret. So we could reveal that. I think we might blackmail him. He doesn't like us anyway. So yeah, I think we'll appoint him here. He can be the commander, and oh, we can't do it while he's retreating. Okay. Is that the secret we just got here? Is that why I didn't know about it? Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay, so we just got that secret on him. That makes sense. Alright, so let's go in and blackmail him. Now, of course, this will decrease his opinion, and the lover one is just a weak hook. So, it's not very high, but what we might want to use it for is to, like, arrest him or something like that. And I want to have it, so that I know that I have it. We'll go ahead and keep the hook on him. And decrease his opinion further, but he's already in a faction. But yeah, maybe we'll use it to arrest him. Because he's right here, and he is contributing the most to that faction. So if that faction gets too powerful, we'll arrest him. If we improve our stability issues, or realm stability issues, then what we'll be doing is, instead of arresting him, we'll change up his feudal contract. So I was going to put him in charge here. And shit, maybe he'll die. Maybe this is what we'll do. We'll just kill all of our, we'll just kill all of our rebellious vassals. So we're gonna let these numbers increase here. Try and get these numbers up. We did contribute because we were in that battle, but I don't think we're gonna have much of a. Oh, we have 68%. Okay, even though we lost that battle. So far, I think our side is actually losing this conflict. Oh, maybe not. Nope, they just are deep in the enemy territory. Okay, so we're gonna go and help now. Let's go ahead and move over there and see what we can do. Let's take one of these counties, preferably one that's not in the mountains, but it looks like almost all his counties are in the mountains. So what we'll have to do is just go to the one that has, they all have rural supply as well. Yeah, I guess we'll go to this one here and siege that down. Alright, so acquaintance was taken prisoner. I don't know who this is. Why he's an acquaintance, or she is. Nice, our level of splendor has increased. Fantastic. So that'll be great. We're now noteworthy. Now we can get a +20 long reign opinion, and people will get more prestige for marrying into our dynasty. Secret has been exposed. My uncle Earl Odo has accused my vassal Lord Murray of having an affair. Ah, damn. That sucks. Alright, well, this will allow us to arrest the Lord Murray, which, remember, he is... Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Oh, no, we arrest her. Damn it. I was thinking we'd be able to arrest him. So we lose our blackmail hook, so that's a shame. So, but yeah, we're going to do this because we're not going to give up a level of devotion. Not that we have a level of devotion anyway, we're already a sinner. So yeah, we'll go and arrest her, and what we can do with her is torture. We also have this person. Not entirely sure who she is or why we still have her in our dungeon. Alright, so she won't give us any money. We can get a weak hook, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to torture her. Let me see if I can execute her. So executing here would get us a lot more dread. We'd have more stress because we're just. But again, we are also very callous. And not a lot of dread. Not as much as I was expecting. Here we don't get any dread, but if she has a secret, she'll expose it. Alright, so we'll just have to execute her for some dread. Again, we are just, but, you know, at the same time, as long as we have a trait that justifies what we're doing, which in this case we do, we don't give a care about anybody. Oh, she's pregnant. Yeah, I don't know, you want to execute her, that's awful. This would not result in dread for torturing her. We'd only get it if we kill her, and yeah, that's not an option. And plus, she's pregnant. That seems even pretty bad for our character. So we'll just ransom her off. That's 10 gold. That'll be helpful. We're not getting anywhere near close to the money we need. So that's all we're going to find there, of course. I don't know why he had to... I think he's the one who revealed that secret. Alright, so we'll pull him back on that. That's a real shame, guys. Because now we got the opinion hit for blackmailing him for nothing. Alright, so that's a bummer. Alright, well, let's go ahead and find somebody else to find secrets on. I guess we'll do this guy. Earl Walter. Alright, so we'll look for some secrets there. And we did get that 10 gold. Fantastic. So we'll try and siege this one down here. Let's kind of help out with the conflict. And I doubt he'll be sending any troops to attack us. He might, though. If he did, he would get that terrain bonus. We're taking attrition because I'm keeping all the army together. So obviously not optimum here. So we've gained control there. That's at 20% now. As far as our contribution, we're at 45%. I'm trying to get that as high as we possibly can. They do have a peasant uprising here as well. We need to get somewhere where we actually have supply. Let me see. We could go here. Yeah, we'll go over to that land. Another benefit of this is that's in the plains, so if they attack us, they won't get any bonuses. So we'll head on over there. There's a closer place here that could also result in them attacking us there. Let's instead go over here. Because, yeah, there is an army there. Okay, hold up. We'll fight here where we're defending in the hills. It looks like they are going to attack us. Maybe because they outnumber us. We'll have to take a look at that. So we finally got the next White Hart event. My lord, the search of yours for a mere beast. I have to admit, it worries me. Yeah, I know, we are like going hardcore for this damn animal. My Archbishop Galindo approaches me as I sift through reports of new sightings of the White Hart. Evidently, anything that demands so much attention could be sent by Satan, as if its existence is not a sign of the Lord himself. So the heart is a messenger from God. We could say that. I don't think we would say that. We would gain 100 piety, though, if we did. Of course, he would not like that. You see, does he support us? He does. So we are getting all that money from him in the levies, and yet we still are having issues because we're at war, of course. All right, so that helps our levy numbers out a bit. I'm surprised we were finally able to get that up enough. Okay, excellent. And then once we get the center, I'm not sure what we lost here that we had that was decreasing it by so much. Yeah, he's no longer negative 50, negative 60, whatever he's at. If you say it's none of your business, or you say you are right, what have I been thinking? And we'll no longer hunt for the animal, we'll gain 50 piety. Well, I don't think we'll do that one because we're not a pious character here. And we're not gonna do that one either. We're not giving up on this. We were set on this for some reason. I don't even know why. We were so set on this damn animal. So we're going to say it's none of your business, which is going to be very, very close to making it so he doesn't give us that money anymore. But not quite there. So we're going to say that because I think it seems fitting. Like, leave me alone. You don't know anything. Alright, so we're doing this battle here. As of right now, we win, but there are another 1,000 men coming. We do have a very good advantage against them, so we're doing a ton of damage against them. Yeah, we should win this one easy enough. Alright, so that's a big battle. We captured some enemies as well. And what's great about, enemies of different religion is that you don't get very many penalties for killing them. And we can get that dread up. So, Lord Murray got a kill here. Killed that character. And our knight was killed by this one. Okay, so we lost one knight. I don't know how many knights we have left here. We have 6. Now 5. 5 knights left. Alright, so a lot of our knights have unfortunately died. I didn't even look at that last battle that we lost our commander on and see how many knights we had lost. But yeah, looks like we've lost several. Now our total knights is 7. So I guess we only lost 1 in that battle then, in that case. Which of course was the commander. So we've only lost 2 knights, so that's not that bad. Alright, so we're trying to get here first. Looks like they're going to arrive. Probably shouldn't go there then. Maybe we'll just stay here in the mountain. If they want to attack us again, they can. As far as our participation, now we're still at 45%, 44% now. Stone of Glass. And what is this here? An alliance has been formed. Oh, she took over. All right, so her father has died. And so now she is the petty queen of Brittany. And remember, we are betrothed to her. So she comes of age in about 9 years here. And then her and Adam will get married. And once they have some kids, then when Adam takes over, then when his kid takes over, our grandson, then Brittany will become a part of England. So that's awesome. Again, she's got to live, and all the way to coming of age, and then on top of that, she has to have kids of our dynasty for all this to work out, and she's got to make sure she doesn't lose her title as well. So Stone of Glass, a lot of events in this particular lifestyle. As I struggle to make out the tiny letters on the scroll before me, I feel a headache building once again. Why do scribes insist on writing such small symbols? I squint and try again. Nothing short of a miracle. With the aid of a stone of glass, even old men struggling with bad eyesight could read with ease. Yeah, some glasses. So I say, Galindo, I require your assistance. It's interesting also that just how much you work. When you do this branch, you work with your Archbishop quite a bit. So we say this, and then we get 300 learning lifestyle experience, and he'll get a weak hook on us because we'll owe him a favor. You say, I need one of those stones, and then that would result in us losing some money, but we'll get the lifestyle experience. Or you say, sell everything which is impossible to read, and we will reduce our stress. Yeah, I don't see us doing that, and I also don't think we would ask him for assistance. And those other events, he was already involved with them. But I just don't see our shy character asking any characters for assistance if they aren't already involved with the events. So we'll have to do this one, and we are just having a very tough time of saving up some dang money if we want to build that Tower of London. I don't know if we're going to be able to, guys, because there's so much that demands your money. So we could go here, but if they come back, we'll have to leave. I almost feel like going here would be safer since all their armies are there. Well, there's armies over here as well. Okay, so I guess we'll go here. And we were able to uncover a secret as well. Nicholas de Strafford. I don't know who he is here. He's a steward. Okay. We're going to keep him there, though, because that's not who we were looking. It's not the secret we were looking for, guys. Making acquaintances. Adam seemed to enjoy our latest feast immensely. We didn't have no feast. We didn't have a traditional feast, I guess. Maybe we just had like a little one with just family. He got along quite well with everyone he spoke to, even the adult guest. So this is his last trait, and it'd be gregarious. So he'd be the opposite of us. So we can say, instead, notice how true value lies in the expensive trappings of power, not make him greedy. Or I saw how you looked at that servant, Adam, and that'd make him lustful. Again, though, we're going to do this. We're just going to go with the same one the entire time. And any of these would work, really. Greedy results in more money, so that's nice. And a greedy character would be fun to play as. Lustful character would be really fun to play as well. But again, I feel like we're going to use the same rationale for all these events that we don't care. So he's going to be gregarious, which is the opposite of our character. So he's not going to like us, actually. We'll have an opinion hit from that. And she got 1+ stewardship. So she's getting up there, guys. I need one more for her to get that 8. No, excuse me. I keep forgetting that we lost some stewardship when we got the reclusive. So that would not be enough. Alright, so we'll see if they attack us. As of right now, they are not. We have another army coming here, and we just about finished up that siege. We're at 79% here, and that should have gotten us... Yeah, we're at 47% war contribution. We should get some good prestige from this, guys. Power of the Scriptures. Archbishop Galindo often quotes passages from the Scriptures about the holy virtues. I should prove I have paid attention by quoting a passage of my own, preferably one which complements his personality. I will memorize and recite a section on... So this is about us trying to... make him like us. So we got to figure out what he likes here. So it's moderation, chastity, or compassion. Probably moderation because he's temperate. That's what we'll do. I think he'd like that one. So hopefully he doesn't think I'm mocking him, though, which could end up happening. So if he's flattered, we gain piety and opinion with him. If he's pleased, we just gain the piety. And if he thinks I'm mocking him, then we lose opinion, and that would result in us losing his money. He wouldn't support us anyway. And he's flattered. Okay, so we gained 100 piety, some lifestyle experience. I guess I didn't see that. And then we also got him to like us a little bit more. Awesome. And we are no longer, maybe this already happened, I just missed it. But yeah, we are no longer a sinner. So we're not getting that penalty. So that helps with the opinion as well. And so he's at 43 now. And you see we're getting a lot more money from him as well. The higher the opinion, the more you get from him. So very, very nice. All right, so we seize that. Let's go ahead and go after another one. We could continue helping out in battles. But again, if we're not getting assistance, I suppose we get attacked there. Yeah, we'll attack there and hope they don't come over here. And there's the level of devotion. And the betrothal has been fulfilled. This is our daughter Beatrice. Oh, okay, this is the other alliance. This is the alliance with the Duke Frederick of East Anglia here. Okay, so they have married now. And remember, this marriage is matrilineal. So this will result in our dynasty being on that duchy eventually, as long as they have kids. And I think that was an important alliance for us too. One of the many things that kind of helped us deal with our faction issues. And for the most part, we kind of got in the realm stable. We're doing this battle, of course, we're attacking in the hills, but we vastly outnumber them. Let's make sure we didn't like lose anybody. See if we killed anybody. No events. It was a little tiny battle, a couple hundred men. And might have helped. It doesn't look like it increased it much. Let's go after this county. There's more troops coming down here. Oh no. Our wife just died. So we said I might not have loved you, yet I feel your passing more acutely than I ever thought. You're always there, my constant companion. I took you for granted. Alright, so she died. I don't know if that resulted in any stress though, because it seems like you would think not, considering the fact that we were callous and we straight up said we didn't love her. So another heresy has risen up, not surprising, because we keep having these fervor problems. The fervor has now been increased because of that heresy, but it was much lower. Alright, so these guys are moving here. They might come and attack us here. We'll see what they do. But I'm going to try and take this county. But we don't want to fight them here in the plains. We would outnumber them, I suppose. Is there any... let's take a look and see if there's any benefits they get. It doesn't seem like it. So there's no defensive benefits. So we do outnumber them. I feel good about this. Yeah, if they want to attack us here, they can. And they're not going to, because they know that we outnumber them. So we'll do the siege. We're sitting at 87%. Hopefully we can get this war done soon. I want to end it. We don't have a spouse. We have to find a wife. And that would actually, it's really necessary for the holdings here. All right, well, we're going to be ending the episode here soon. So we'll have to find a spouse next episode. Because I really want to get this war done with. We don't have anybody of different faith in our land. So let's go and start moving down the scientific. Get that cultural fascination unlocked quicker. As of right now, we're looking at 16 years so that we can go to high partition. Excuse me. Jeez. All right, so it does look like they're going to win that siege. We are at 100%, so they can end this at any time. We also got another secret revealed here. Again, not who we want the secret on, though. So we did help with that. We're just waiting for them to end this conflict. I don't want to attack them. Let's just get the hell out of here. Let's go over here. I guess we could start doing another siege, but we don't want to take any casualties here. So, yeah, and there's no supply anywhere. We should probably just sit here and collect supplies, I guess. See what they do. See if they come to attack us. There we go. Excellent. So that's what I was waiting for. And that has increased our fame. Fantastic. Can't seem to get rid of that. And now we are distinguished. So we're getting a +5 opinion. That's really going to help. Again, just trying to get control of our lands, and we got one more extra knight. I'm assuming that our knights are kind of garbage. Let's take a look real quick, and that'll be the last thing we do here. How our knights look. Wow, look at Earl Hugh. Wow, he's a total badass. 35, not bad at all. You know what? Our knights are not bad. This is fine. Yeah, we got a decent group of knights here. Okay, so next episode we'll be opening that up with getting married. We won't have to get rid of our holdings if we get married to somebody that has a very good stewardship trait. That's Typically, the trait I like the most to get boosted by a wife, but we do have a lot of issues here. Our diplomacy is absolutely garbage, and that is one reason why we're having trouble with general opinion. You see, we're getting a -16 because of that, because we're so cruddy. Nobody likes us, and we like nobody else. And we don't like anybody, and they don't like us, is what I meant to say. Our intrigue is also pretty garbage. Really, all we have high is the learning. This character is just so cruddy. So really, you could justify trying to boost any of these stats, not just the stewardship. So we can look for a character, a wife, I should say, that would improve our stats. We are still a young man that could have more kids as well. We could always use more kids. So perhaps we might want a younger wife to have some more kids with. So we could spread our dynasty far and wide. That would be a good option too. I don't know. We got a lot of choices for what kind of wife we would want to get. We could also look for an alliance. Although I feel like we have a good number of allies right now. I feel good about our allies. So I don't think we really need to get one for an alliance. I'm thinking it should be based on skills and maybe some inheritance type of traits. Some traits that we could inherit, the congenital ones, some positive ones. But this is going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you have a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.